I was telling you the premise of the video. Um, I got some wonderful clients.
Right.
They got some wonderful stories, and you are one of those wonderful clients. All right.
Wonderful.
So, just for folks that don't know you, when did I first meet you, man?
I think you was going to Central.
Yeah.
Met you through Brian.
Yeah.
At the parties.
Yeah.
And we just, I guess being in the same circle.
Right.
How come we, eventually, hang out, stuff like that.
Yep. So, you have an interesting story, man, and so, wherever you want to begin, who are you, man? Where you come from, man? What planet do you hail from, man?
Well, I'm from right here, Raleigh, Durham.
From Durham?
City.
Okay.
Yeah, Durham. Graduate of the Hillside.
Okay.
Great Hillside.
The Great Hillside High?
That's right. And just to start off with my journey. While I was in high school, about the summer of the ninth grade, trying to support myself and give me some fly clothes for school.
The fly clothes for school?
Right. So I started hustling.
Okay.
I saw my pops. He was in the game a little bit, and so quite naturally, I wanted to be like my dad. So I started hustling.
Doing it like my daddy.
Right. So me being green to the game, I started surrounding myself with some guys that was a little ahead of the game, and they showed me the ropes. And so throughout my high school years, I just kept hustling. I found that it was the fast money, able to support myself, buying my clothes and shoes.
So what did childhood look like, man? In terms of you got brothers and sisters and
Yeah. With my mom, I have a sister. We stayed. It was single parent household.
Okay.
But my father, he was across town, and I would go over there. And I grew up in over by Wellens Village.
Okay. Yeah.
And also I stayed in Hardy Street Apartments for a stint.
Hardy Street
Apartments. We stayed over there, I think about 5 or 6 years. And so.
And you went to Hillside.
Right, went to Hillside.
Played football or basketball?
I played basketball. JV, man. Had the wicked jump shot left.
Yeah. That's what they all say.
You better ask them.
You played JV?
Yeah, JV. I played JV. I played a little bit of JV football too. Cornerback, and I ran the rock a little bit. But yeah.
What was Durham like back in the day, man? Because I didn't get to Durham until 1991.
Well, back in the day when I was growing up, it was pretty much like it was totally different from what you see today. Like it was like today with the gangs and stuff like that. We had a bunch of buddies that I hung around. We all would go to the movies 25 deep.
Yep.
Walk to the parties, and it was like a family. It was more like a family. Everybody was doing the right thing. In school. With nobody, out of pocket.
Right.
And so that's coming up. It was more like family. Saturday morning basketball in the gym. Just enjoying each other. The fellowship.
Right.
And so as time went on, we, a bunch of my buddies, we got to high school. A lot of us interacted in sports, which I did for the first 2 years of high school.
Okay.
And but by my 10th grade year, I kind of fell out of playing sports. I just didn't want it no more. Didn't want to play no more.
Right.
And It was
You
just
wanted you think about a different path.
yeah, I think about a different path, what I wanted to be in life, what I could do to get some money in my pocket so I could, you know, buy me some up-to-date clothes. Because
Yeah.
my mother, she was a single parent.
Yep.
And so I didn't want to pressure her so much on, you know, buying me X, Y, and Z because I felt like, you know, she was already, you know, providing a roof over me and my
Doing
sister
much as
head.
she could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to burden her. And so, you know, I jumped off the porch.
Okay.
Jumped off the porch, started hustling, just making a little bit of money. Won't making a lot of money, but the turnover of the dollar, it came so fast, intrigued me, came so fast without a lot of effort.
Right.
You know, so
right.
it was, you know, I felt like I had a little bit of charisma and people tend to like me, so a lot of people, you know, would buy product from me. You know, I had family members who had friends that was addicted, so, you know, those were the first people that I catered to.
Right.
So it was a learning curve. Just learning the whole thing of hustling, what it was. It wasn't just about hustling drugs. It was just a hustler is a person that take something and take little or nothing and make something.
Right.
And that's what I saw myself as. Somebody just trying to, you know, make it happen.
Yeah.
For myself.
Yeah. Right.
For myself. And
Right.
so, as I continue to learn the game, my appetite grew. I wanted to go from, you know, selling rocks, to one day being able to sell weight. And so I just kept putting myself in position to be
do more.
Yeah, to do more.
Right.
Do more.
Right.
I always, in life, I always wanted to excel. And so I did. I put myself in position to do more. And by the time I graduated with high school, my grades were so poor. Like out of about 250 students, I graduated ranked probably about 230.
You weren't focusing on
No,
school.
I wasn't focusing on school.
Right.
And you know, I didn't really have no options after I graduated. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was still undecided. And so while a lot of my friends was going to college, a lot of my peers was going to college and stuff like that, I went to Durham Tech. And still undecided. Just didn't know. But my high school sweetheart at the time, she was pregnant.
Okay.
So out of a fear of being a no good dad, I started taking trips to New York to get some weight. And so not even 2 years out of high school, I wound up catching a case.
Okay.
Doing 42 months in federal prison.
Okay.
And so,
I remember the day that you was leaving.
right, you remember we went to church?
Went to a service, yeah,
right,
man.
Went to a service.
Yep.
Me, you, Brian, Kenny Boo, it was a bunch of us.
Yeah.
And so, I never forget that day. Just me pulling up to the prison and, you know, it was life changing.
Yeah.
It was really life changing because I was the only person that was coming to the compound on that day. And so it was just like
all eyes on you.
yes. As soon as they walked me to the compound, they it was a wreck move, so everybody was out on the yard looking at me.
Okay.
So it was.
Now, where was this?
At Butler, behind the
Oh,
fence.
Butler. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Butler behind the fence.
Uh-huh.
And so I was just like, oh man. So the guy who checked me in, he was like, you don't know nobody here, don't take nothing from nobody, and stuff like that. So he had already set my mind to like, you know,
how you need to
how I need
conduct
to
yourself.
myself.
Right.
So, you know, he escorted me to the laundry room to get my clothes. And so from there, the next 2 years, it was an adjustment, getting me a routine in place.
Yep.
And I did, and it was a processing change.
To develop your routine.
Right, because I was 18. I was
Right.
18. And so
Yes, 18, kid.
18, turning 19. I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
And so a young man that barely got in any trouble
Yeah.
in his first major charge, going to prison, it was shocking.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
Yeah.
One day I woke up and I looked up, I was like, how in the world did I sold myself here? And it was tough. It was tough. Being away from my son, being away from my loved ones, and just being able to process that, you're in prison.
Right.
It was pretty tough. And so I had a couple guys there that had already been down for a long period of time that took me under their wing and taught me the prison lingo, what to say, what to do,
Any guys from you see any guys from Durham?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a couple dudes from Durham, one dude from Reedsville, a couple dudes from DC. They just kind of took me up under their wing.
Right.
And they taught me the do's and don'ts.
Right.
Gotta be respectful. You can't call nobody out their name, call nobody a punk, faggot, stuff like that.
Right.
So I learned quick. And so from there, I learned the rules of prison.
Yeah.
You had to work.
Yeah.
You had to work. You had to make up your bed when you get up, and you had to abide by the rules. If you did, you end up, if you was out of bounds, you get a shot, and it could lead you to the chute. The chute is 24, being in a little room for 23 hours, coming out 1 hour a day.
Gotcha.
In like a little dog cage. And so as I began to apply for jobs, one of the first places they'll put you in is the kitchen.
Okay.
And so they put me in the kitchen, and I worked in the common fare room, and this is the room where we made meals for Jewish descent people, anyone that didn't eat pork, red meat, and stuff like that. So they kept us locked up in a little small room because we normally would have the goods, fruits, vegetables, and things of that nature that everybody try to get on the compound, to hustle and make money. And so while I was in the kitchen, I noticed this guy named Cornelius Blackwell. He was the baker.
Okay.
Behind the fence at Butler, and I made small talk with him. I met him, talked to him. He had been down, I think, for about 5 or 6 years. He had about a 12-year sentence, I think. So I noticed that anytime we would have a terrible meal in the chow hall, that he would make an amazing dessert, and everybody would flood the chow hall.
Everybody would love it.
Crush the chow hall just for the desserts.
Okay.
And so, his name was ringing on the compound, and he got special privilege because
everybody liked his stuff.
Yes, he was that guy on the compound with the baked goods.
How about the barber, man? What was the barber in the mix?
The barber was sharp, man. There was a dude named Raul. He had been locked up like 26 years. And he was like one of the head barbers. And when I say his list was long. You trying to get a
He's taking appointments.
yes,
Okay.
and you trying to get a haircut from Raul. It was like pulling teeth, man. It was hard because he was that guy on the compound.
Okay.
With barber, and we had a nice barber shop at Street Clippers.
Yep.
Just like any other barber shop, you go in there, it's conversation going.
Yep.
And we was making the most of it.
It's reflections from the
Yeah,
chair.
reflection. Everybody talking about how they was in the street.
Yeah.
Just passing time, man.
Right.
And it was just like a whole nother world being incarcerated, man. A whole different world. Met a lot of smart individuals. A lot of guys that had their own business. But bad choices.
Right.
And that's what it was. It was just me trying to adjust to prison. And so it took me about 6 months to adjust. And then I did.
So you connected with the baker.
Okay. Worked. Stayed out.
So you started working in the
kitchen.
In the kitchen. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't get my feet in the bakery until 2 years later.
Okay.
I went to a team meeting, and the case manager, my counselor, the unit manager that was in there, and they said, Keijuane, you stay out of trouble, we'll put you in for a camp. And so this is the lowest security measure there is as far as a prison.
Okay.
So a camp is no fence.
Okay.
And so they asked me, which camp would you like to go to? And I'm from Durham, so I just wanted to stay at Butler camp. And so I told them to put me in for Butler. And so about 3 months later, when the designation papers came back, they said Seymour Johnson. And so I was very disappointed because I didn't have no plans at all of going to Seymour Johnson.
Right.
Which was in Goldsboro.
Okay.
And so one of the ladies who worked at behind the fence said, hey, we can put a detainer on you, leave you here behind the fence, or either, we can, send you to Seymour. So I said, well, just, send me to Seymour, because I was tired behind the fence, stuff like that. So they called my name to the room where they call you in order to pack your bags and stuff like that. So they don't give you a heads up when you leave. They just call you over the intercom. You have to go.
It's time to go.
And so they packed me up. I had to go through transit to Petersburg, stayed there overnight. Then
Petersburg, Virginia.
Okay. We slept in the hole in Petersburg. And then we got on the bus and went to Seymour Johnson. And when I got
all the way back to Seymour Johnson.
Right. And so when I got there, got off the bus, and I had a few fellas there that was behind the fence with me, had already been there for a while.
Okay.
And so started talking to them guys and just asking who was on the compound and catching up. And so when I got on the compound, I saw Blackwell.
Okay.
And so I didn't even know he had already left. It was so many, it was like 1,500.
This the baker?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like 1,500 inmates behind the fence. So you can miss somebody and not know.
Right.
And so I went up to him and I said, Blackwell, you think you can give me a job in the bakery? And he said, yeah, I see what I can do. So after about 2-3 weeks, he got me a job in the bakery. And he told me, he said, look, I'm gonna teach you this trade, and if all fails, when you go home, you have a trade to fall back on. Immediately, I told him I ain't making nothing when I get home.
Right.
I got in the bakery because it was easy access. I can, get my hands on some fruits, vegetables,
And
strawberries.
that was the hustler,
right.
kicking back in.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't want to depend on my mother to, have to send me money all the time. So I said, if I could just hustle my way on this compound, I'd be all right. So, I scoped out the kitchen and I saw that if I could get my hands on some some sandwiches, fruits and vegetables. Strawberry was a hot commodity on the strawberries in a can to make fruit salads.
Okay.
And so he got me a job. He said, teach you this trade, all fails, you have a trade fallback.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, I said, I ain't baking nothing.
There was a lot of different things to choose from in terms of like
jobs
or educational opportunities, because you always hear about a lot of the challenges, with guys that are in the system in terms of being able to learn something, learn a trade, go to school,
right.
and, access to resources.
Right.
Was that a challenge?
Well, I'll be honest. It's there.
Okay.
But you have to.
You got to be proactive.
Right.
Right.
A lot of guys are there, and they don't want to change.
Yeah.
They're gonna do the same thing,
mm-hmm.
and they just want to sit in front of the TV, pass time,
mm-hmm.
and But for me, I took up college classes. I took up accounting 2, business 1, business 2.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to keep my mind going.
Right.
So, and then also, I back a little bit. While I was behind the fence, I also worked in facilities as well as a plumber.
Okay.
And so
that was another skill.
Yeah, another skill. So, I worked in the plumbing department for a little bit, and before I left, that's where I was at. I was in the plumbing department.
Okay.
And so, to answer your question, it's opportunities, but you have to seek them.
Right.
It's not going to come to you.
Right.
You have to be willing to say, you know what, I'm going to make do with this time and try to make the best of it and try to better myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did. I also took a class where I could do a business plan.
Okay.
And so, I took class on resume building, how you interview, how you respond to questions in an interview, and so I bettered myself along the process. And so, while get back to the baker, he started baking cakes, cookies, pies, breads, cheesecakes, strawberry cheesecake, everything from scratch.
Okay.
And so one day he said, one day he told me he was teaching me the trade, and I said, nah, I don't think I'm gonna do this. One day he made this carrot cake.
Okay.
It was so good that we baked probably about 20 pans, but we kept eating pan after pan after pan. The bakers now. Talking about the bakers.
Yeah.
So the kitchen informer had to lock the carrot cakes up from us.
What?
The ones that were making, man. Because we was crushing them. And so I wrote that recipe down. That was the only thing that sold me on baking.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to try this when I get home. And so I wrote that recipe down, which was equivalent to about 900 inmates, something like that. So I wrote the recipe down, had a job lined it up at Triangle Laboratory for when I came home. And so, just get ready to get back into society. Had a couple of skills under my belt, had a major trade in baking, but I wasn't really sold on it. I really wasn't.
So, like, in terms of, his baking style, I kind of, liken it to barbers and everybody got their own particular style and how they do things. Was it a particular way, you know, that he was baking, or you know, some of the little tricks that he would do to the food?
Yeah, it was like he knew when to turn the mixer off.
Okay.
So it wouldn't overbeat.
Right,
He
right,
had
right.
an eye for it. It was just like, you know, I could have baked the same thing, mixed up the same thing, but he knew when to stop the mixer.
Okay,
And
okay.
so that was his gift.
Things that make or break the make or break the dish.
Yeah, and then also sometimes like we would be lacking some of the ingredients. I remember one time we was lacking the ingredients to make the carrot cake icing, the homemade cream cheese icing.
Okay.
And so he looked in the cabinet. He said, "You know what? I got some. I'm gonna make it work." And so he went and got some pineapples and stuff, and he twerked the icing together, man, and it was out of this world.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, and then you know one other time he made this banana cake with real bananas in the junk and made a homemade banana icing.
Whoa.
He just knew what to do.
Yeah.
He was skilled. You know, he had about 6 years in, and he knew what to do.
Where is he today?
He's in Charlotte.
Okay.
He's in Charlotte. It's funny you asked. When I got out, I reached out and found him, and I called him up. I said, "What you doing, man?" He said, "Well, I got a landscaping business." And so that was crazy.
Right.
You know, here it is. He was when I say a master chef, and to turn over and you know get out and doing something totally opposite.
Totally different.
Yeah. So I went down and checked him out, and I told him thank you for teaching me the trade. Because you know, all along that was the trade that was for me.
Right.
You know, he taught me, but you know that was the thing that would guide me to get income and sustain me in life today.
So you transition out. You home now. All right. So how did you start? What made you want to continue on? So also, just quick pause. A lot of times it's the struggle to go for what you know in terms of what you were doing before,
right? Or
transitioning and keeping the path of what you wanted to do. How was that internal decision, to continue on and do your thing, or just talk about that?
Well, for me, I had a lot of support.
Okay.
I had a supporting cast. A lot of guys when they come home, they don't have no supporting cast.
Right.
And so it's very easy once they hit a bump in the road for them to go back into what's first nature to them.
Right.
And so with me, I had a job lined up, and it was paying me okay, starting coming out of prison, and I had made up in my mind that I'm not going back. And so I started on the path of doing the right thing, and but that old nature rose back up. I had a couple buddies that I met at Seymour, and we exchanged numbers, and we said that we would catch up when we got out.
Right.
And so, not even, I say about a year and a half, me being out, I caught up with them about a year, and once I caught up with them, they was back in the game. They was hustling out.
They was full-fledged.
Oh, all the way. They
all
was
the way in.
Gone with the game.
Right.
So, time plus time equals influence. As I hung around them more and more, I had that hunger came back.
Right.
And so one day one of them said, "Look, I can put you back on your feet if you want to get back in the game." And so I told him, I said, "Well, I've been so far out of the game, I don't know who I could talk to or who I could trust that wouldn't put my name out there and say, hey, Keijuane back in the street." And so I had two buddies that was still in the streets, and I went and talked to them, and I said, look, I can front you some weight, you know, and both of them said, all right, and so, you know, in 2000, I jumped back in the game.
Okay.
And so, it was short-lived, about 6 months. I was just hustling, and one day, June 2nd, 2001, one of my best friends called me, and he said, Keijuane, finish. He said, come pick me up. So I went and picked him up, and he said, take me to this certain location. And so I took him to the location, and he was on the phone with a gentleman, and he was telling the dude that he wasn't gonna come down the street because it was the police spot. And so, make a long story short, the dude pulled up, and I had the most strangest feeling that ever came over me. Someone told me to tell my friend, don't get in the car with the guy, but I didn't. And so I told him what he wanted me to do. He said, stay right here. I'm gonna go down the street, make this sale. I'm gonna come back and re-up. I said, all right. So he went on down the street. I called his phone. He said, Keijuane, something just don't seem right. I'm gonna come on back up there with you. I said, all right, well, come on. So I hung up the phone. I waited about 15 minutes. He didn't answer. So I called back, wrong. So I drove down the street, and the feds had both of them on the ground. The feds had both of them on the ground. I ran and got him, retained him a lawyer. One of the best lawyers, gave the lawyer $10,000. He did research on the case. He came back, he said, your friend, he wasn't under the watch. They didn't know his name. He wasn't, on the radar. He was in the car with a guy that was selling guns to the feds. And they needed a drug buy in order to make the case stick. And so the drugs I had just gave my friend, when they pulled them both out the car, fell out his pocket. And he got 22 and a half years in the fed.
Jeez.
And his co-defendant got 31 and a half.
Whoa.
And so,
bruh, just that close, just right there.
Yeah, just like that. And so, it was a life changer for me.
Yeah.
I talked to him, and he said, look, man, you're my guy, you're my ride or die. I got this code, do something with your life. And so that's what I did. I went cold turkey. I started hustling. Started doing the right thing. For the first 6 months, I was just devastated.
Yeah.
And so, started just working. One day at the job, that we were having a potluck dinner, and they said, hey, what you bringing? I told them, I put out the recipe. Carrot.
Okay.
And so that's what started it up.
Wow, man.
I had a hand mixer. I measured everything up.
Yeah.
Baked that cake.
Yep.
Made a homemade cream cheese icing, my style,
Yeah.
my way, Keijuane way.
Yeah.
Iced that booger up, took it to work. And when they went around the room, asked everybody what they brought, they got to me, they said, what you brought? I said, I baked the cake. I baked the carrot cake from scratch. Everybody kind of bust out laughing.
Yeah.
You know your grandma baked that cake. I said, serious business. So my cousin was there. He was like, nah, he baked it.
Yeah.
So everybody started cutting slices, and about 15 minutes, man, it crushed the whole cake.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Yeah, man. So from there, all my coworkers started asking me, how much you charge for a cake?
There you go.
I said, well, just give me the money for the ingredients, because,
Right.
I still didn't see it as, something side hustle. I just said it was a hobby.
Right.
And so, I started getting a couple sales from my coworkers, and then, one day, my supervisor came to me, and she was crying. I said, what's wrong? She said, baby, I'm sorry to tell you this. We got to let you go. That was devastating, man. I didn't know what I was going to do. So I went and interviewed for a company doing the same type of work I was doing. And I know I interviewed perfect, man. And I just said, you know what? I know I got the job. They called me. I was on 147, driving on 147, and the man said, Mr. Keijuane Hester, I'm sorry to inform you, you didn't get the job. And for a split second, I was devastated. And then someone on the inside said, step out on your gift.
Yeah.
And the gift was the gift of bacon.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I started baking out of then townhouse I was living in. Started baking around the clock. When it got me a job at George's Garage in the bakery, just to sharpen my skills. And then I started working at Blue Mountain.
Blue Mountain
with Brian.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I was just doing whatever I could do because my bills were still coming in.
You got that right.
I had to get out here and hustle.
Yeah.
And so I would get up like 4 in the morning, go to George's, get off there, go to Brian and spot, go home, make cakes, which I would sell the next day. And so then one day I said, man, I'm gonna have to get something up in order to invest the time.
Right.
I had to put time in. And so I did. So first thing I did was quit George's Garage because I felt like I had done sharpened my skills.
How was Georgie over there, man?
It was cool.
Georgie was cool?
Yeah, man, it was cool, good food. They kind of let me do what I wanted to do because they knew I had a little bit of experience in baking.
Right.
And so, you know, it was pretty cool, man. I just wanted to get in a spot where it was a oven and a mixer so I can just kind of get the feel for it back.
Right.
Because I haven't really baked in maybe about 2 years. First 2 years when I came home, I didn't bake nothing.
Right.
And so I started baking, man, out of the house. And I just, my hustler's ingenuity kicked in. And at first I was like, my pride kicked in. Because I was like, how is everybody in the street gonna perceive me?
Right.
You know, this dude out here used to hustle, and he out here
selling cakes. Yeah.
And so I was just like, man, my back against the wall.
Yeah.
And so I started going around to every barbershop, beauty salon, nail salon, with cake slices. I think I was selling for like $2, $3 a slice. And I got you know, when I walked in, made my pitch. You know, a lot of people in the beginning, they stared at me and like, I don't know about that. And then as people started supporting and buying, you know, I created a buzz. And so from there I said, well, you know, I'm gonna come up with a name. So I came up with the name Favorite Desserts. And so I just wrote down a couple of little small goals. And so I went and got my peddler's license. Registered my business license, and I was on my way.
So, fast forward a little bit, you know, you rolling, you know, you starting to, you know, you get creating a buzz, and you starting to, you know, make some sales and everything. And so, what is the next step? Because, you know, one thing that I encountered was, you know, when I was doing, you know, the shops and salons and school, I didn't really have like a mentor to go to.
Right.
You know, somebody who had, you know, kind of gone before me and done what I was doing, you know, kind of in my lane. So, like, who did you seek out, you know, or did you, you know, in terms of, you know, like when you opened up your first spot?
Right. Well, I really didn't seek out a mentorship from a person in the same field as me. But I just seek business. From people that was in business, people that I was locked up with that were already successful. And so, you know, in business, the principles it's all the same principles. Work,
Yep.
customer service,
Yep.
good name,
Yep.
being on time,
Yep.
delivering on the product.
Yep.
You know, just making a person, you know, I wanted to make my customers feel like they was the only person I was selling cakes to.
Yeah.
Being personal.
Right. Right.
And so,
Right.
you know, I would, as I did that, I saw that I would create a lane for me to attract more clientele.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I did, man.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a thing that I knew everything about how to run a bakery,
Mm-hmm.
but I had the will,
Mm-hmm.
I had the skill,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had the hustler's mentality,
Yep.
I had perseverance. I said if I put as much energy, positive energy into this thing I'm trying to develop, like I put in the negative energy, it's gonna work.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I knew with my story, me learning, you know, I had to use all of that to my advantage.
Yes.
You know, because people want to hear that. That gives people hope
Mm-hmm.
to know that, hey, if he can turn it around, I can.
So, what was the deciding point? You know, when you wanted to get your first storefront. You know, what was the thought process you went through and said, you know what, I need me a store.
Well, by that time I had been hustling. I'd had my business 8 years.
Okay.
And I wrote down.
How many years have been there, man?
14.
Are you serious, dude?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And so I had wrote down a small goal. You know what? I need me a storefront in order to grow to the capacity that I want to grow. I need to be in a storefront.
Yep.
Well, I can create walk-in traffic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I had enough money coming in with wholesaling my cakes to different restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
to the point where I said, you know, now's the time, because I had enough money coming in to take care of my bills at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I factor in the time that it was going to take in a wholesale location,
Mm-hmm.
if no one even came through the door.
Right.
You always got to factor in the time.
Right.
You know, some people mess up because they feel like, you know, they jump out there, open up a spot,
Mm-hmm.
have the overhead that people gonna automatically come.
Right.
But there's certain principles you got to have. You got to be able to continuously market yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wasn't big on social media.
Mm-hmm.
But my son was like, look, you need to do your Facebook page and, you know, connect with people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so as the new wave of Facebook and Instagram and all those tools, Snapchat and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
came along, I took advantage of that,
Mm-hmm.
because I felt like it was free advertising.
Right.
And so I took advantage of those free portals that would allow me to push my brand.
Yeah.
Push my brand, and I also started buying shirts and stuff
Mm-hmm.
with my logo and with my telephone number across the back, because I feel like that'll allow me to open up conversation if I'm in a grocery store. Oh, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
Mm-hmm.
And so it allowed me to open up conversation.
So today, you know, kind of fast forward to 2018, you know, where is Favorite Desserts today, you know, in terms of the business, operationally, and, you know, what do you see for Favorite Desserts, you know, over the next, you know, 3-4 years?
Well, right now today we have 2 locations.
Okay.
I'm currently ALMARC certified,
Okay.
which allowed me to expand my business on the college campus
Mm-hmm.
throughout different hospitals
Mm-hmm.
that carry ALMARC food service.
Mm-hmm.
And so this will allow me to grow my business as far as I wanted to.
Yeah.
And so once I got my Airmark number, took the necessary steps. I had a connection at Winston State because my sister knew the head guy in the Airmark department who did all the purchasing through Airmark and food service. So she reached out to him for me, and after about 6 months, one day he called me and said, "Hey, do you have your paperwork together? We can do it now." I said, "I sure do." And so it took us about 4 months because it was a lot of paperwork.
A lot of process. I remember us talking through that process, man.
Right, and I ain't gonna lie, when we sat down at 8, I didn't know if I could do it. It was just an overwhelming task. And I remember you telling me, "Keith, you got to do this."
Yeah.
And I could hear your voice saying, "You got to do this, man. You got to do this." And then you would text me. It made me uncomfortable. Yo, this man, hey, have you done it yet?
Right.
Yo, it put pressure on me, pressure that I needed. It held me accountable. And so, and once I got it, the doors open up. And so now, today, I have two universities that I do desserts for the cafeteria and then catering, special events. And so now I'm just trying to work on expanding my brand on the college campus and in the hospital where there's a lot of foot traffic.
Now, the question for you, when I was out California, it's this, I forget the name of the bakery or something, man, but it's like an ATM.
Yes, that
you can walk up to the ATM
and hit.
They can catch like go to your website and be like, "Key, send me, half a dozen."
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
That whole shipping process, it was hard for me at first.
Okay. So what's involved with that? How do you, if somebody say, "All right, I want a dozen cupcakes and a cake,"
It's all in the way you pack.
Okay.
A lot of people think you have to dry ice it.
Okay.
But I don't. It's all in the way. I have a special way that I pack.
Okay.
And I ship next day FedEx.
Gotcha.
So I ship stuff to Kuwait.
Are you serious, man?
To Kuwait, to service people in Kuwait.
Wow, man.
And it took about 2 weeks to get there.
Yeah.
And they said when it got there, it was still fresh like.
Whoa.
And so I know how to pack.
Yeah.
And so
man, that's alright, dude.
Yeah, man, I ship all over the U.S.
So how are we were talking earlier about this whole digital age. How have you seen that digital aspect of your business?
Oh man, that digital aspect is very key.
In terms of orders and increasing and folks.
Yeah, because when I got my website done and I put the PayPal edition on the website, this allowed people to look at the product that we sell right there, and a lot of people sometimes they want to do it right then.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that red velvet cake right there. Let me hit this button and order it.
Right.
And so it allowed the consumer to order it right there.
Okay.
And so it has allowed me to connect with people not even here, just people in Houston, Vegas.
Yeah.
I get phone calls from Virginia, D.C., California.
Wow.
Placing orders.
Wow.
And so, and the product get there in one piece and it's not messed up or nothing like that.
Right.
And so all of that comes from social media, the digital aspect.
Yeah.
Because
now the storefront is digital.
Mm-hmm.
And it allows so many more people access.
I didn't want to get locked out of time. Locked out of the time. You have to stay evolving with the time.
Right.
If you don't implement that social media aspect to your business, if you have a business, you're gonna be topped out.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to grow.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are on social media, they're on the computer. First thing you do, a lot of people when they get up in the morning, they'll check their phone before they even use the bathroom.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are driven to social media. And even shopping.
Yeah.
A lot of people shop online, they don't go to the mall anymore.
You know, I was reading, man, you know, my own business and stuff reaching out. I see studies that say the older generation, like our parents,
right,
they're spending more and more time online.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I find myself doing my shopping online.
Yeah.
You know, and so I take that piece very serious. The digital aspect, the social media, whenever I have a special going on at the bakery, first thing I do is post it. And a lot of my customers, they come in just off the post.
Yeah.
You know, and it's free advertising.
That's right.
Why wouldn't you want to take advantage of that? All it is sitting there, making a picture, writing a post.
Yep.
And, you know, going with it.
And getting it out there.
That's it, getting it out there. And so that's the aspect, you know, that has helped my business to grow tremendously. And, you know, in the future, I want to be able to franchise, you know, put the franchise piece in place, so I can, you know,
favorite desserts all over the map. Yes, sir.
Because the system works.
Yes.
You come up with a SOP.
Yep. And work it.
And work it. Plan your work your plan.
But that's awesome, bro.
Right.
That's awesome, and you know, it's inspiring, man. I've seen you know, over the years, and I see, you know, your success and what you're doing. It's like you said, man. It's inspiring, man. It's so encouraging, man. Just to watch you do something that you love, and enjoy doing, and just doing the thing, man.
Right.
It's such a beautiful thing, bro.
Right. It's so impactful in life that you find your passion, what you're put on this earth to do, because that's what brings your life, you know, fulfillment. I see so many people that they hate their jobs and they take it everywhere they go. Right. It's a fabric.
Yeah.
It's a fabric.
Yeah.
You can see it on them. And you can also, on the other note, you see the people that love what they're doing. Right. And that energy. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. You want to be around it.
It's electric, man.
Right.
So, you know, in terms of, you know, your path, man, your journey, and where you've been, where you are, you know, what would you say to other cats, man, who, you know, are aspiring and they may have gone through some tough circumstances, man? You know, if you could just give them a word, what would that be, man?
What makes a man how he bounce back from adversity. Yeah. Anybody fall down.
Yep.
You know, but it's all about you getting back up, using whatever that has kicked you, knocked you down. You have to use it for your advantage.
Right.
That's what I did. Right. You know, I use every little single piece of what I've been through for my good.
Yeah.
You have to use it for your good.
Right.
And so, anybody out there, as long as you got breath in your body and you have to,
it's another opportunity.
It's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
All it takes is a made-up mind to say, hey, I'm not going to settle for this.
Yep.
You know, if you don't like where you are,
you
can always change.
That's right. That's exactly
all it takes is a made-up mind.
Yeah.
Made-up mind that, hey, I'm going to take baby steps.
Yeah.
Rome won't build overnight, but
Yep.
it was built.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Right.
Anything worth having, it's gonna take time,
Yep.
hard work.
Yep.
You're gonna have to put the work in.
Yep. Yep.
You're gonna have to put the work
You
in.
gotta put the grind in.
Yep.
Gotta put the grind in.
Got to put the grind in. And so, you know, you gotta work. Gotta
Yeah.
put the work in. And so that's what I would leave with you. Put the work in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you look up and the satisfaction that I have is just walking in to my first location,
Yep.
knowing that I started out with a hand mixer,
Yeah.
and a bunt pan, and I look at all the equipment that I have and I know that it's 100% mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything is mine.
Yeah.
This is something I can pass down to my children.
Right.
Leave
right.
a legacy.
Right. Right.
Create job opportunities.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's another thing too, man. I've seen
Creating
you've been able to,
yeah.
create some opportunities for other cats,
Right,
man.
right. You know, I've created job opportunities for people that has, went down the same path I went down.
Mm-hmm.
I've created job opportunities for, summer youth in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about giving back. God has blessed me with a gift, and the gift that keeps giving.
That's right.
It keeps giving.
Right.
And I'm a firm believer in He blesses you to be a
To
blessing.
be a blessing.
And
Absolutely.
whenever you have a vision from God, it has people in it. People that you're gonna impact, people you're gonna, create job opportunities for. It's one thing when you have, how I always say it. I tell people if it's a vision and it just have you in it, that's a goal.
Right.
And if it's a vision that is God, it requires people
Right.
that you're gonna reach,
Right.
touch,
Right.
impact, uplift,
Right.
and be able to be a blessing to.
Man, that's awesome, bro.
So
This is it, bro.
this is it, baby.
This is it, man.
Good God, oh my bro.
Man, love you.
Love you, man.
Okay.
I appreciate that, man.
Absolutely.
You got me in there.
Absolutely.
I'm ready.
Yes, indeed.